Good morning, everyone. Hello, everyone. Today is a new day. It's July 4th. Happy Independence Day to all Americans. Today, I am making some of our traditional vegetables. We call it bitekuteku for Congolese who knows that. I will show some videos like how I went outside our backyard just to collect some of our vegetables, and then now I'm washing them, just making everything to be prepared, to be ready to prepare it. Stay tuned. That's how everything is secured. You can see from here. This is our backyard. There we go. That's what I'm cooking today. I'm making this in the fresh one. We made it back in our backyard. So that's how my vegetables after I've been cleaning everything. That's how it look. It's fresh, it's pure organic, you know. Look at how it look. So this one I just get it from our backyard. My grandma was the one who had a garden with all kind of vegetables. So we have one of the type of vegetable we have back there is this one, and also we have a green pepper, the one I already cut it. I will show you in a minute. And also she has the green bell pepper. So I also collect there some. So the first thing I did is I just washed everything. I removed the root. I removed they have something like we're supposed to be called removing when we're doing it. I did all of that. I already washed it. So now I'm about to cut it and prepare it. Okay, now I cut my vegetables. So I'm cooking some specific way of these vegetables. For those who speak French or for Congolese people, they are very familiar with this. I'm making légumes verts. I don't know how to explain it in English. I'm not going to say like green vegetable or something, not. But it's just some ways that will make our vegetables, especially this one. So today I'm making it. So the first thing I did is like, after washing it, I cut it. Now it's already cut. So I'm about to put my hot water. I'll put 1 teaspoon of baking soda to the water. Mix it, and then I'll pour it to the vegetables. And then I'll cover for a couple minutes while I'm preparing my other vegetables to be cooked, okay? Okay, so I go back. So the first thing is I got my teaspoon. And I have my baking soda. Baking soda. So I'll just put one teaspoon. Okay, that's my teaspoon. Okay. And then I have my hot water. So the reason why we use baking soda and the hot water is to keep it green. So the purpose of this recipe is we're trying to cook it without changing colors. So we want to keep the green, like same color, even though when it's cooked, you need to maintain the same color. That's why we're mixing hot water and then baking soda. So you can see that's my hot water. I just using a different container. Like I always advise everybody who cook, men or women, it's always good. It's a good option to use your wood spoon. So just mix it. Just want to make sure like it's mixed, my hot water and my baking soda. And then now I'm about to pour this water, hot water, to where I conserve my vegetables. I'll just change the container. Like this one is too big, so I'll just reverse it to the one you have the hot water. Okay. Sorry, I don't want to make sure like you see it. Okay. So now my hot water is here. Look like my hot water is not really that much. So what I'll do is I'll just try to make more hot water. But before that, I'll cover it because that's the purpose. I want to make sure that evaporates, keep the color green, and then I'll put this on the side. Okay, and now I'm going to our next steps. So these are my vegetables I'll be using. I have my green onions, that's the one coming from the garden, and also my bell pepper, also got it from our garden outside. We have mix of onions. I have half, not even half, it's like maybe 1/4 of red onions. I have all onions, and I have 1 tomatoes. Those are my vegetables I'll be using. So here are my vegetables after I soak it inside the hot water and with baking soda. So that's our look. So until it's still green, nothing changed. So I'm about to remove all the water and mix it with my sauce. Okay. So that's my vegetable look. So what I did is like after I remove it from the water, I have to wash it again because you know I put baking soda and we don't want nobody to taste that. So I have to wash it very well and then remove again the water and then mix it with my sauce. That's how my food is looking. I'm about to add a little bit of water in 1 cube. I already put my cube, but I didn't record it, sorry. Add 1 cube and then I'll add water and let it cook. We are not covering because we need to keep that green, that color. That's the purpose of doing all that we did today. Okay, another side, 1 cube I added is not enough, so I'm about to add, if you notice, I also use my teaspoon size to measure all my ingredients, so I'll add 1 for the salt. Just put it here. You gotta go very slow with this. Just put 1. I'm not adding it. I'll try to taste it later on, see if it's enough. If it's like it's not enough, I will add a little bit. If it's enough, then we move on. But my advice for everybody who cook vegetables, it's always good to cook it with low salt. First, it's good for your health to consume less salt. And another thing is because vegetables, it doesn't really, you don't have to put enough. Like the salt doesn't have to be very like lot or tasteful. Like, I don't know if you guys are getting what I'm trying to say, but it's good to have low salt when you're cooking vegetables. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. This is my key element. I cannot miss that because it adds some flavor to my food. So one thing you notice, I've been cooking without covering. So I'm cooking like this, just way up, because I don't want it to change the color. I want to maintain the color. That's what I'm cooking. So if you leave it cook very well until it's done. That's the final look for my food. There we go. That's how it looks, and we'll be eating it with fufu. Bon appetit.